What's going on? I'm Corbin Bagford. Friday nights in November are when legends are born on the gridiron, and we had teams around the tri-state hoping to write their way into the history books tonight. We have a lot to get to, so let's start in Ohio. Division I, the defending state champions St. X Bombers taking on Colerain yet again. These two have matched up in 7 of the last 8 postseasons. Yeah, they'll have to split that crown Mean Girls style, if you will. And most teams will be happy with a 3-way conference title, but Vinton County has bigger goals in mind. But he didn't need to have a big night because of that man right there, Isaiah Geiger, number 1 on South Gallia. He's part of that 2-headed monster for them on offense, and on this play right here, really turned on the burners. If he was playing Madden, he'd be holding down R2. That's 86 yards, putting South Gallia on the board. And after a run like that, what do you need? Water, of course. During last night's game, a New York Daily News report by Frank Isola indicated that LeBron James pushed for the Cavaliers to acquire the Knicks' Carmelo Anthony, even if it meant trading Love. James shot down the report after the game, calling it trash, but Isola pointed out that James didn't exactly deny the claim, something to definitely keep an eye out for as the trade deadline approaches. Now, Vinton County, they came off of that loss on Thursday, a last-second layup to Alexander, and after this one, Coach Rod Bentley's going to have to start taking some heart medicine if his Lady Vikings keep ending games like this. With the victory, John Glenn moves on to take on St. Francis de Sales for the regional final. That's the final 8 in the state. Vinton County's season comes to an end. They graduate 6 seniors, including starters Chase Wood, Jordan Albright, and Derek Jones. But playmakers Tristan Bartow at the point and Nayland Yates out in the wing will be back next year as Vinton County looks to defend their TVC Ohio title. CCS point guard Josh Oates finding Nick Hesseljesser for the bucket. Good bucket, good name. They would lead 20-6 after the first quarter and never look back. Only one maybe looking back is Tyrese Walker right there. Misses the jam, but if at first you don't succeed, try again. Walker forces the turnover, and there's Tyrese. He's not missing that one. Summit Country Day wins big, 81-49. Colerain up at the break. In the third, Wolf again, finding Andrew Whitrock in the corner to make it 14-12. X got to go for 2. Wolf fakes the pitch, and somehow, someway, Bobby Jefferson catches it in the 5-hole. The leg catch ties it at 14, but not for long. Sincere Jones in the jet sweep from 4 yards. That's the game right there. Colerain wins 21-14. Coach Bolden and the Cards face Pickerington Central in the D1 semifinals. D2 had its own rematch last night. Winton Woods beat LaSalle by 3 in September, and many considered it an upset at the time. After going just 5-5 last year, the Warriors have proven they're legit and find themselves deep in the postseason. Not exactly new territory for the Lancers, though. They've won the last 3 state titles in D2. Welcome back. I'm Corbin Bagford. The Ohio men's basketball team's victory over Akron on Saturday could be considered the high point of this season. Point guard Jerron Simmons went off for 38 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists, leading the Bobcats to a 15-point statement win over the MAC-leading Akron Zips, ending Akron's 12-game winning streak in the process. But with any big victory comes a chance of a hangover effect in the next game. Ohio will be looking to avoid that tonight, hosting Central Michigan. The Cats boast the second-best scoring defense in the MAC, but will need to be on their A-game tonight in order to slow down the Chippewas' Marcus Keene. Keene is the NCAA's leading scorer this season, averaging over 30 points per game. Tip-off is just a few minutes away in the convo at 7. I'm making my way over there. I'd recommend you do the same. So Bengals linebacker Vontaze Burfict was ejected last week in Tennessee for making contact with an official. No suspension is in order, and Burfict doesn't look to be fined either. The linebacker saying today that he feels he's being targeted by the officials, that they provoke him, waiting for him to snap. But Burfict says it's best for him to just look the other way. And it's now 5 Super Bowl titles in 2 decades for the Patriots. After coming back from 25 points down to defeat the Falcons on Sunday, the Pats championship parade took a victory lap through Boston today. It was a high of 42 degrees and raining today in Boston, but that did not stop the New England faithful from celebrating with their team, something they've gotten to do a lot. That's now 10 Boston sports championships since 2000. I just wish they would share a little bit with my teams. That's it for sports, though. Back to you, Mackenzie. Sean, the biggest factor that's hindered the Vikings has been the tight defensive pressure and good closeouts of its opponents. In its 59-54 loss to Alexander on Wednesday night, easy shots were hard to come by for Vinton County. The Vikings shooters always had hands in their faces. That means guys like Jordan Albright and Nayland Yates, normally knockdown 3-point shooters, couldn't get going because they had no room to work. When former Xavier and Wake Forest head coach Skip Prosser tragically suffered a fatal heart attack in 2007, the two schools sought for a way to honor the man who changed each basketball program for the better. Thus, the Skip Prosser Classic was born. Yeah, right, Sean. Vinton County suffered its first loss of the season last Saturday on a buzzer-beating three-pointer to Logan, and no game Tuesday due to the snow, so they had to wait a long time, but you could tell that the Vikings were hungry to get back on the court. Bengals and Broncos both at 3-6, needing wins to keep those postseason hopes alive. Bearcats football at East Carolina tomorrow at noon, and NKU will take on Iona on the hardwood. 8 o'clock tip-off for that one. That does it for your weekend in sports. I hope you make the most of it. Enjoy your weekend, everyone.